So I am back with another video. So today I'm dealing with this issue that I've been having with my one of my Hellcats. After lowering it, I know a lot of you guys hit me up in the comments and you're like, how is the ride and the drivability after, lowering these cars. So I have the Eibach Pro Kit on the Trackhawk, the Hellcat Charger, and the Hellcat Challenger. And the Hellcat Charger wide body is for some reason giving me this issue after a year where the wheels, they tuck in the front, and so it throws my alignment off and it makes it unenjoyable to drive. So I've had like 7 alignments on this car, and I'm to the point where I'm just like, man, like I'm almost ready to put the stock springs back on and just leave it back normal height. So after like the 5th or 6th alignment, they recommended that I get the upper adjustable control arms and the lower adjustable control arms for the rear and the front. So I did that. I went with a brand called Godspeed. You can look them up if you're familiar with them. They make good camber products, and that product fixed my alignment issue tremendously. Like, my car is super out of spec, and these Hellcats, they're not light cars. So that's the thing, And what me and my alignment guy found out is basically LA has bad roads, so anytime you go over a speed bump or a pothole you can't avoid, what's happening is it's tucking the wheel back in, and then I have to go get another alignment to get it brought back out. And this is happening even with the adjustable control arm kit. And so the issue I'm having with the Godspeed kit is there's these Allen key bolts, and when you hit something or go over something, they're sliding back in. So what I did was I basically went online and found some aftermarket bolts that have like this hex and a nut on it that will prevent it from moving every time you go over a bump or something. So I put those on, got it aligned. Same thing keeps happening. So now I got some other bolts that people have recommended that I'm going to try to replace it with, and potentially hopefully it'll fix the problem. Because I get these questions a lot about how's the drivability. I like lowering cars. I like what it looks like. I see why a lot of guys go with coilover kits, because it's just so much more sturdy. It's simpler. It is more money, but you don't have to deal with these issues, because at this point, how much I've spent, I should have just got a coilover kit. I love the look of the Eibach Pro Kit, but it's just caused me so much stress, man. And it's not fun to drive this car with how it drives when the wheels start tucking in, because it swerves. You know what I mean? But I talked to my alignment guy. He told me to put these certain kind of bolts on here, so I'm going to put the bolts on the camber kit, take it back to him, get another alignment, and then we'll see if that fixes the issue. I'm going to show you guys some videos so you can see what I'm saying about the wheels tucking in. It's crazy because they'll stay out for a while, but as soon as you go over a speed bump or anything hard, and these cars are lowered, so it's hard to avoid it, and they're heavy cars, it tilts back in on both sides. So I'm trying to find a fix to it. If not, I'll probably just raise this car back up. I don't know why my Challenger doesn't have this issue. Maybe because it doesn't weigh as much. The Trackhawk did have that issue, and I got it sorted out, and it's completely straight now without the adjustable control arms. But the Charger, I just don't know what it is. So it does sit lower than all the other my other two Hellcat powered cars. But I'm trying to figure out what it is, because like I said, it's a mad annoying, and I want to bring information out there to you guys who are considering lowering your Hellcats. I actually don't hear about this issue on the non-wide body, so I don't know if it's just wide body specific, but we can get into that later. Also, I found out that the wide bodies have axle issues after lowering them, which I did not know, because I basically blew my rear left axle and my rear right axle. And once I did research on the Hellcat forums, I found out it's a super common thing. So when you lower these cars, it puts stress on the cradle in the back, and what it does is it slants it in to where eventually, after a year or so or a couple months of doing hard pulls with these cars, you break the axles. So that's another thing to consider too, because I will show you guys one of the axles I do have over here on the ground. You can kind of see it over there that I just had replaced, but I'll say that for another video. But yeah, man, let's get into it. So I'm gonna put these bolts on, and hopefully I'll take it tomorrow to get a line, and hopefully this fixes my issue. I don't have to keep dealing with this because, like I said, I'm gonna raise this car back up and put the stock suspension back on it, man. Because it's just like it's too much dealing with this. And I know a lot of guys who've done the same thing. They just went back to the stock suspension after, you know, using these kits because, you know, all the issues that they had. So definitely stay tuned and be posted for the update. And of course, there's literally always something. I had to jump in the track hog to go back up to AutoZone because I forgot. That's one of the issues that you got to remember when you lower these cars. Regular jacks will not fit under them at all. Especially on this, the Hellcat Charger is so damn low. Like, I gotta go find some boards that I can pull up on to get under the car. I completely forgot about that. So I'm gonna go up here to AutoZone, see if they don't have like a little plank or something that I can use, or find something I can buy so I can get this jack under the car. Because of course, nothing can, you know, fit under the car when it's lowered. This is why I hate ordering parts online. So check this out. This is a replacement supposed OEM front lip for the Hellcat Challenger because mine broke off. Why would these dudes put a lip folded in a box? It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, I don't understand it. Like, what the hell? It's always something, though. Try to make it work. So about 3 hours later, finally got the solution. Had to go to Home Depot. Went to AutoZone, they didn't have nothing. So went to Home Depot, got a piece of wood, and that worked. So when I say it's always something, man, it's always something. So 3 hours later, I'm finally back. I get the wood from Home Depot to drive up on because, of course, no jack will go under this car because it's lowered. A lot of you guys that are already lowered, you can feel my pain. So I get everything going, and it dawned on me I forgot. So I get most of my lug nuts off, and I realized when I took my car to this wheel shop, it was a random wheel shop, they didn't give me my wheel lock back, and I just realized it. So I had a tire replaced and they didn't give me my wheel lock back. So of course I do all this. I get all the, I get my lug nuts loose, get down to that last one, and there's nothing I can do to get it off because I do not have the wheel lock. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to come back with a part 2 for you guys. Man, it's always something. This is crazy. It's crazy, man, but it is what it is, man. So I'll do a follow-up video, part 2, when I go, track down my damn wheel lock from these guys. Hopefully they still got it. If not, I'm gonna end up having to have another shop break off my wheel locks and get some other ones. But yeah, man, you never win with this car stuff, man. So just take it for what it is, and before you start doing something, make sure you have all the tools. Make sure you have all the lug nuts and lug nut locks and wood or anything to drive up on if you have ramps to get under your car, because man, I just wasted like 4 hours. So it is what it is. So I'll catch you guys on the next one.